Good afternoon. My name is Raquel Smith and I am the Health Promotion Officer this year at William Duncan State School. During my presentation this afternoon, I will be addressing sun safety, which is currently a pressing health issue at this school that requires your attention. My purpose as the health officer is to make not only you as teachers aware of such issues, but the school and wider community as well. This year alone has seen UV rays increase. Not only has this had an impact on the environment, but a long duration of sun exposure is also doing damage to our bodies. Therefore, who knows what the strength of UV rays will be like next year or even the years to come. This is why we as a school need to implement a whole school approach to stay sun safe and protected now to prevent ourselves from further sun damage in the future. You may be asking, how do you suppose we go about this? And that is exactly what I am here to address in association with the Health Promoting Schools Framework.
A health promoting school is a place where all members of the community work together to provide students with integrated and positive experiences and structures that promote and protect their health. The World Health Organization, under the Ottawa Health Charter, encourages schools to enlist a health promoting schools approach to support sun safety. The Health Promoting Schools Framework provides a useful model for schools to promote and protect the health of students. The framework highlights the importance of the relationships between curriculum, teaching and learning, ethos, environment and organization, and partnerships and service providers. Examples of sun safety related actions that I shall be discussing with you today in relation to these three topics include developing curriculum that supports sun safety and encouraging students to become involved in sun protection activities, for example, promoting sun safety not only in school but outside of school as well. Secondly, offering a positive sun protective uniform and updating the uniform list with such resources, and maintaining consistent messages about sun safety in all parts of the school operation. And lastly, making links with organizations for sun protection. This could include a school visit by a skin cancer organization or ambassador. So how do we begin our sun safety campaign? First, it's by getting to know the issue itself, by investigating in some background information. Let's start with cause and effect. UV rays. The sun's ultraviolet UV radiation is the best natural source of vitamin D. However, too much UV exposure from the sun and other sources such as solarium is a major cause of sunburn, premature aging, eye damage and skin damage, leading to skin cancer. UV cannot be seen or felt. It is not like the sun's light, which we can see, or the sun's warmth, infrared radiation, which we feel. Our senses cannot detect UV, so it can be damaging without us even knowing. There is a huge variation in UV levels across Australia. The UV level is affected by a number of factors, including the time of day, time of year, cloud cover, altitude and proximity to the equator, and scattering and reflection. Sun Safety Queensland has provided a UV index chart to help with determining UV levels. On the left side here, you can see that it ranges from 1 to 2 being the lowest, 3, 4, 5 moderate, 6 and 7 high, 8, 9, 10 very high, and 11 plus, which is extreme. On the right side, there are 5 ways to protect yourself which have been provided, and I will touch on this later in the presentation. Skin cancer occurs when skin cells are damaged, for example, by overexposure to ultraviolet radiation from the sun. There are 3 main types of skin cancer: melanoma, which is the most dangerous form of skin cancer, basal cell carcinoma, and squamous cell carcinoma. Both basal cell carcinoma and squamous cell carcinoma are known as non-melanoma skin cancer. Every year in Australia, skin cancers amount for around 80% of all newly diagnosed cancers. Between 95 and 99% of skin cancers are caused by exposure to the sun. GPs have over 1 million patient consultations per year for skin cancer. The incidence of skin cancer is one of the highest in the world, 2 to 3 times the rates in Canada, the US, and the UK. Most children are exposed to between 50% and 80% of their lifetime sun exposure before the age of 18. So it is important that parents and teachers teach children how to enjoy fun in the sun safely. I'm sure most of us remember the Sun Safety Campaign the government first brought in back in the 1980s, where Sid the Seagull was a mascot for promoting the method of slip, slop, slap. Since then, there has been 2 more updates to meet the requirements of sun safety, not only nationally, but worldwide as well. 3 methods of safety used to be reiterated, but now they've increased it to 5, including seeking shade and sliding on a pair of sunglasses. The Protect Yourself in 5 Ways campaign enlists slip-on sun protective clothing, slop-on SPF 30+ sunscreen and reapply every 2 hours, slap on a broad-brimmed hat, seek shade, and slide on wraparound sunglasses. Therefore, if the government are needing to update their sun safety measures, it is also imperative for schools to regularly update their policies as well. The current school policy for sun safety is the bare minimum. The school needs to enforce a maximum policy to ensure all students understand the importance of keeping sun safe. As you can see here, the school website needs to be updated and attain a sun safety policy. Sun safety is only mentioned in 2 documents, these being the behaviour and uniform policy. Under the behaviour policy document, it mentions sun safety as a singular rule, stating wear a hat at all times when in the sun. And the uniform policy further states that students without hats will only be permitted to play in undercovered areas. These guidelines are not enough for students to be advised with, thus instigating the important measures which need to be updated and implemented within the school community. During the presentation, I have noticed that a few recommendations have been written down. I will elaborate on these suggestions at hand. On hats are a standalone issue. Students should be provided with a modelled hat, for example, enforcing the use of a bucket hat or, as you've said, wide-brimmed hat. These are more appropriate than, say, a visor or baseball cap. These hats provide better all-round protection from the sun, reducing the risk of sunburn and developing skin cancer. Not only can students not go out and play without a hat, but they must stay in a shaded area at all times. on increased intake of water. Staying hydrated is also a vital message that should be reiterated at all times to students, as this falls under physical health, as water is what keeps the body hydrated during high peak sun times. This allows to stay cool and at a comfortable temperature as well. Sunscreen is another tip which can be submitted to students. Sport is becoming increasingly more active within the school community, such as carnivals, Get Active lessons, and inter-school sport days, and students need to be sun protective during these events as well. The promotion of wearing sunscreen, especially when students are going to be out in the sun for long periods of time, is imperative. Another point I should add to this is that zinc and lip balm may also be used as well. Teacher implementation of these tips and rules for sun safety will encourage students to be more aware and alert of their sun-filled surroundings. Passing these messages on to parents is also a key initiative. So how do these suggestions aid in curriculum teaching and learning, ethos environment and organization, and partnerships and service providers? Well, within the classroom, teachers should have spare hats located in a bucket, along with a large tub of sunscreen, at least SPF 30+. This ensures that before going out into the sun, students are reminded to protect themselves from harmful UV rays. Putting up posters around the classroom as a friendly reminder is also a positive step for students to be self-sufficient and to remember to follow sun safety rules every day. Within the school, developing a school-wide campaign promotes sun safety even more. One idea that may be most beneficial for the school community is to start up a sun safety poster competition. Each class may participate in this competition and submit a poster of how or what they aim to do in order to continuously promote sun safety. The class who win the competition will then be rewarded with vital sun safety supplies. Teachers and admin play a vital role in sun safety management. They are the role models. Therefore, teachers need to be a positive influence in this course of action by also following the sun safety rules and procedures. Within the community, including an announcement with the school newsletter will help spread the importance of sun safety within the community and how community members also play a role in being sun safe, not only for their children but for themselves as well. Specifically to partnerships and service providers, Stephanie Rice is an ambassador for the Melanoma Foundation. As a school, you may want Stephanie to be a guest speaker on assembly. She has teamed up with the minions from Despicable Me to create a sun safety video aimed at children. Even by just viewing the video in class before children go out on school holidays, this can remind students to be sun safe outdoors all the time. Here's the clip now.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Rice, Australian swimmer and Olympic gold medalist. As a swimmer and an athlete, I spend a good amount of time out in the sun. Whether it's in the pool, at the beach, or in the park, I just love being outdoors. But today I'm here to tell you the importance of being sun safe this summer. To avoid getting a nasty burn this summer, I've invited a few of my friends, the minions from the movie Despicable Me 2, to tell you all the sun safety tips. I know the minions can be a little bit cheeky, so let's get started. Here are my top 5 sun safety tips for this summer. Tip 1. Slip, slop, slap. Make sure you put on plenty of sunscreen and allow enough time for it to soak in before you go out in the sun. Remember to cover all exposed areas and even the parts hidden away, like the back of the ears and neck and the tops of the hands and feet. Tip 2. Make friends with your hat. Covering up with a hat is the most important way to protect yourself from the sun. A wide brim hat is best because it protects your eyes, ears, forehead, nose and scalp. Also, long sleeve shirts and t-shirts provide the most coverage to protect yourself from getting burnt. Tip.
As you can see, Stephanie Rice outlines 5 main tips to keep sun safe this summer. I will allow you to watch this video a little later in your own time. For more information in regard to anything I have addressed today, please visit any of the websites listed below. As we have discussed today, as a school community, we can greatly reduce the chance of our students developing skin cancer by implementing a health-promoting schools approach with the right precautions to promote a sun-safe school. Thank you for your time, and remember to slip, slop, slap, seek and slide.